flows in like the ocean's tide.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Swollen Ballers University. This is your mean Dean Naz Janis, and I'm hosting the one and only show on the internet dedicated and scientifically engineered to get your pockets on swole. I am hosting tonight, joined by my tenured professor of trigonometry, Doug Bass, in the booth. Our guest lecturer today, let's get eyes on real estate mogul Cid Williams.
Thank you.
Thank you. And it is time. Pencils down. Eyes up. Class is in session. We're going to start off this session tonight by, we're going to talk about some of the breaking news in the economic world. I want you guys to brace yourselves for some of these mind-blowing factoids. Mind-blowing factoid. Doug, don't tell me what to do.
Doug, keep it quiet over there.
You're at risk of getting demoted to junior sidekick. I'm thinking about getting a new sidekick, and it's probably going to be a hot chick.
Nice.
With all the money we're going to be making off of these economic tips. Mm-hmm. Well, I was looking at some of the news stories of the day, and the first one I came across was that, according to certain European sources, the Russian economy is, quote unquote, in a precarious state. I didn't think that was breaking news. That could have been a headline from like the last 200 years.
I don't know what precarious means.
It's like when when you're having unprotected sex with a male gigolo. And you're like, you know what? Fuck it. He probably doesn't have AIDS.
That's precarious?
It could go either way. It could be good. It could be bad.
So Russia's economy is precarious because they've had sex with male gigolos too many times.
Well, that's one reason.
That's
one of them. But also, hasn't Russia been broke forever? Russia ever have a booming economy?
Name one time Russia was booming.
Yeah, maybe for 10 years during the Cold War, but
yeah, maybe.
That was it. So I thought that was funny. They're like, this is breaking news. Russia's not doing well economically. I'm like, they'll just...
Is it because of the war?
That's what they say, but
yeah,
Russia knows how to solve that problem.
What does Russia export?
Sex slaves.
Nice.
And that goes back into the AIDS thing. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people think the CIA created AIDS. It was actually Russia.
Oh.
And they did it on accident. Also, I'm trying to get Russia to sponsor this podcast, so I want to go on the record and say all the opinions expressed on this podcast are those of Doug. I didn't do it. It was not me.
Thank you, Doug.
This is another, this is a fun headline. This one's actually more lighthearted. This one actually doesn't denigrate 300 million people on the other side of the planet. Lego is now the #1 toy company in the world.
I love Legos.
I fucks with Bionicle.
Bionicles are cool too.
Wait, actually, let's derail this from the fact that they're the #1 toy company. Can we go on record and say that before they made a Lego movie and or Transformer movie, where the fuck is the Bionicle movie?
I think there's actually Bionicle movies.
Not
in theaters.
Directed by Michael Bay.
You're right. You're right.
Directed by Michael
They
Bay.
need to divert more resources into the Bionicle movie sphere. My question is, why are they called Bionicles?
Well, from because of the liberal media.
That's not allowed in Russia.
And that's why their economy's failing. Imagine if they were allowed to fuck all kinds of people. They'd probably be making 2 times as much money.
Russia would not be in a precarious economy if they would open their economy to bionicles.
Here's the thing. If they opened up trade routes with Rapa Nui, the island home of the bionicles, maybe we'd have true AI to this day.
What's the island called?
Rapa Nui.
We got to lower tariffs on Rapa Nui. We got to take the sanctions away so that the Russians can have sex with the bionicles.
South African style. We bring in Rapa Nui refugees, the bionicles.
Mm-hmm.
They were at war with some other fucking kind of Lego or some shit.
What was your favorite color bionicle?
Red. Fire. Because they had that guy surfing on lava and shit. That was cool.
I like the green guy, the jungle guy.
I like Jungle Guy. He was a vine
whipper.
He was a vine whipper. What's that song? Na 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 na. I'm a hot stepper. I'm a vine whipper. Na na na. I'm a Rapa Nui. Na na na. I'm a bionicle. Na na na. Living like that, living like that.
I think it was brave for Lego to come out with a line of bisexual robots. I think that was very
it was
awesome and woke of them to do that.
It was the counterpart to Transformers. They were like, they have fucking transsexual robots. Well, we're gonna have bisexual robots.
Transsexual? That's too far. Transformers? That's too far. We're just gonna go back to bi.
They're like, our guys go fuck anything. They tried to one up them. They tried to do one better. They're like, well, our guys will fuck anything. They don't give a shit.
Coming next from Lego is non-binary onicles.
Coming up next is rape bots.
There you go.
They're just straight up. It's just Harvey. It's just a fucking Honda Civic that transforms into Harvey Weinstein.
What are they called? Rape blocks? What'd you call them?
Rape-onicles.
Rape-onicles.
I don't think that's what I called it. I forgot what I said.
It's okay. I like rape-onicles a lot.
But, the idea that... also, I like that rap. They should have had a theme song. Na, 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 na. I'm a bionicle. I'm a hot stepper. I'm a murderer. I'm a Rapa Nui. A lot of people love that.
Where's Rapa Nui? Is that the island with the baby pigs that you can pet?
You know what's fun? I think it was supposed to be in the Hawaiian Islands, and they're implying that it was founded by robots. It's racist.
That is racist.
It's racist.
I disapprove.
But you know what? I fuck with it. It's sort of like the prototype of Lilo and Stitch.
But with robots.
With robots, though. So it's actually better. Well, I mean, am I right or am I wrong? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, go to the official online poll and vote. Who's better, aliens or robots, and who should settle Hawaii? And if you say the British and the Dole Fruit Company, you're racist.
Well, they're bisexual robots. Pride Month is coming up.
Pride Month is coming up, and I want to see a bionicle float.
We should do a bionicle float, a bisexual onicle float.
It's just robots like having sex.
With what? With either robot gender. Wait, the robots have gender?
They in
the bionicle universe.
In the Bible, they do.
Yeah, that's true.
According to the scriptures.
It's true.
According to the scriptures.
It's true. I read the scriptures every day.
Anyways, so that whole thing that we just said was in the news earlier today. This is something else I saw. We're just talking about the top headlines of the day, folks.
What time are we done? I got to go in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, we're done in about 45 seconds. And we have like a minute of B-roll of me, of all of my greatest hits.
Okay.
So I think you're good.
Okay.
Student loans, for the first time, have risen from 0.5% delinquent rates to 7.7%.
What does that mean?
It means that less than 1% of people had refused to pay their loans back a year ago, and this year 7.7% of people are refusing to pay back their loans.
Well, they'd better get it together because Joe Biden is no longer with us, and student loans are back on, baby.
Wait, what about Joe Bionicle?
Joe Bionicle is still with us.
He's like a robot that has sex with all the other robots, no matter what.
The Democratic Party has transformed Joe Biden into a Bionicle. He is now Joe Bionicle.
He's transformed.
Joe Bidenicle.
He's transformed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the thing.
What color do you think he is? White.
Black. Hey, if you ain't voting for Joe Bionicle, you a green Bionicle.
Yeah. If you ain't Black Bionicle.
You ain't a Black Bionicle.
If you're not voting for Joe Bionicle, you're not a Black Bionicle. And you could take that to the bank.
That'd be awesome if the next Lego movie was an extremely politically heavy cartoon CGI Michael Bay fest about fucking voting. And it was just really boring too. It was just the Bionicles going to like the voting booth and shit.
Are there like lesser Bionicles? Are they just the heroes? Are there like Bionicle pedestrians? Or are they all like badasses?
No, my friend. There are lesser Bionicles, and I know because they invented them so they could sell less confusing, like easier to transform Bionicles in Happy Meals.
You're right.
Those Bionicles.
Right. I remember.
I tried to collect. I'm not gonna lie. I tried to collect. Can you get a tight? Can you get a tight on me? I'm not gonna lie.
It's pretty tight.
Not
tighter.
Not. I need my shit tight. I tried to collect all of those bitches. All of those bitches.
If you're watching from home, since we can't get a tighter shot, just get closer to the screen.
Get closer to your iPhone speaker and listen.
You tried to collect all of the Bionicles?
All the mini Bionicles from
McDonald's?
From McDonald's.
Mm.
Yes, I did.
Which one did you not get?
Silver.
I'm sorry. That's the Joe Biden one. That's Joe Bionicle.
Because he's a silver fox, I'll tell you that much. I'd
That
fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I'd suck his dick.
He fucks, dude. He fucks and he smells.
Wait, what the hell were we talking about?
He smells your hair.
We were talking about Lego. Oh yeah, it's
talking about the Russian economy.
No, we were talking about the
You're
Russian economy, which I think has just stayed the same.
Students are not paying their loans back, and this is a huge problem.
Well, no, not for me, because I'm running a fake online university.
Ooh.
So I'm saying, stop paying your student loans and just buy my Patreon.
That's a good idea.
Hey, it's Doug, your producer. You want to get back on track with the guests or no?
With the guest?
What guest?
Yes, Mr. Cid Williams.
No, we run through the headlines and then we talk to the guest.
All right, because people are wondering what he's here for.
I gotta get out of here.
Are you getting
2 minutes.
Are you getting rude tweets?
Yeah, we're not live, but somehow they know what you're doing.
I'm getting some racist blowback for my comments on the Bionicles. A lot of people think that they're real.
I thought they were real.
And they're from Rapa Nui. I'm getting a lot of blowback from Rapa Nui.
There's people outside the studio. They think it's a live show. They wanted to come in and see it, but we don't have room for that. So
tell them to get the fuck out. This show is only for the real, cold-blooded capitalist economists of this world.
That's me.
Here's the thing. No, I was saying that I'm glad that most Americans are not going to pay back their student loans so that they can give all their money to my fake online school and then just contribute to my Patreon.
That's a good idea. They'll learn more from this show than they'll learn from any form of formal education.
You guys learning a lot though over there at college and shit?
Also,
or are you learning a lot from just watching the great one?
The Mean Dean.
The mean.
The mean Dean. The collector of all Bionicles except for the silver one.
The collector.
The most rare
of souls.
Bionicle.
Yeah,
the
and
Joe Bionicle.
You know what? That was fucking bullshit too, by the way. I'm not gonna lie. They only made like 2 of them, and I could have sold that shit on eBay for like 60 grand.
Do you still have your Bionicles?
No.
Bionicles were the original crypto, if you think about it.
They were AI.
Mm-hmm.
They were online.
Mm-hmm. Robotic.
And you could have sex with them.
Different colors, and you could have sex with them.
That's what I did.
They didn't have any holes per se, but you can make it work if you're
just
creative enough. Yep.
Rub yourself on it hard enough.
Only the small ones.
Speaking for yourself, my friend. Speaking for yourself. That was Cid Williams endorsing that. That was not. I did not.
I'm a real estate mogul.
That was not what I said. Now here's something that's gonna eat up a good chunk of time, and it's a little. It's kind of important. It's actually kind of important. Other headline I read. Americans spent. This is a new survey. Americans spend most each year. You guys want to hear the top 5? Should we do a top 5?
Yeah. Can we guess?
Number 1. What do you think it is?
Should we guess number 5 first?
All right, guess 5.
What's the question?
What do Americans spend the most on each year?
Bionicles.
Bionicles is 12.
Legos.
Hey, it's Doug, your producer again.
Hey, Doug.
If you forget, I'm gonna say Americans spend the money on food. Food.
Can you speak up, Doug?
Doug,
Food.
first of all, I want to point out that
Who eats food?
you guys can't see him on camera, but Doug's still wearing his professor glasses for no reason.
I need these to see.
You look like a
I
fucking
am
nerd,
blind.
bitch.
Nerd.
Well, look.
Nerd who eats
You
food.
both are wearing glasses. They just happen to have sun lenses in them.
At least we don't buy food.
I'm only wearing
Like a
I'm only
nerd.
wearing glasses because my eyes look like this.
Sid, I'm glad that you asked a wardrobe to provide a tie for you, and you're using it on your head instead of the proper
You can
way.
use
Where
it.
else are you supposed to use it?
You can use a tie as a headband. To denote casualness. You could wear it if you want.
You guys look like you're in some kind of 80s band.
Thank you.
We could be in like what's that? The girl band from that guy.
It's like
Out.
flock of pigeons.
Flock of pigeons.
No, he's just like,
Seagulls?
my
Pigeons?
heart so hard I'm gonna get fucked up. I forgot that guy's name. Rob.
I
Hanley.
buy Bionicles at night.
It's about a sad incel that
Buys Bionicles
that
from
goes
McDonald's.
to the opening night of like the new Bionicles are dropping. I buy Bionicles at night.
The audience wants to know the rest of the list.
We don't have a live stream, and I'll tell you what, Doug, you were right. You were right in one sense. Food did crack the top 5.
Okay.
Food did crack the top 5.
Number 5.
Bionicles.
I'm a genius.
Bionicles is 12.
Number 5?
5.
Wait, Americans or the world?
Only in America.
Gasoline.
Pussy.
Really?
Yeah, man. No, I'm kidding. Number 5 is OnlyFans. No, I'm kidding.
Ooh, that's my number 5.
5 is healthcare.
Really?
Yeah, and I think that's a dumb idea.
Like,
Why care about health?
yeah, what's the point?
Just drive yourself into the ground, work your ass off, and then die before you ever get to get pleasure off of all the money you've accrued.
Name one hero you have that didn't die young. If you want to be a hero, you're going to die young. And if you want to die young, you got to be unhealthy. If you want to be unhealthy, you will not pay for health care. You will not eat food.
What's that Rob Stewart song?
Young Turks?
Rob Stewart.
Rob Stewart?
Rob Stewart. He sang that song.
Sang-
I want to die young. I want to die
Forever
always young. I will always die young.
Naz is Doug, your producer again.
Hey, Doug.
You don't have we don't have the rights.
Sidekick.
We don't have the rights to that song, so you shouldn't sing it.
No, I do have the rights to Rob Stewart's "I Want to Die Young."
Rob?
Rob
Rod?
Stewart's I Want to Die
Who
Young.
the hell's Rob? Stewart?
Everybody knows Rob Stewart. I
Who
want
the
to
fuck
die.
is Rod Stewart?
Oh my god!
Sounds like a parody.
Hella young. I want to die.
I can't produce this show.
Hella young. You have no choice, slave. You will learn your place, slave.
That's what you get for being.
Or you will be
junior
thrown out of the
sidekick,
university.
bitch.
Just
I
because you
want
have
to
tenure.
die
Just because you have
really
tenure, Professor.
young.
All right, I apologize. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Apology accepted. Number 5 is healthcare?
Number 5 was Bionicles. Number 4
No,
was
you said number 12 was Bionicles.
Number 5 was pussy.
Yes.
Number 4 was insurance.
Now, when you say... Go ahead. I
Wait.
was going to say, when you say number 5 is pussy, does that mean pussy as in vaginal only, or does that mean pussy as in sexual action overall?
I think
Because pussy can mean different things.
CNN in parentheses put pussy/boy pussy.
Bussy, pussy,
Yeah.
mussy, tussy, hussy.
It says
All the
also
ussies.
Tutsis,
And tootsies.
the victims of the Rwandan genocide. I don't fucking know. CNN said this shit.
Number 4.
We are
What we got to guess?
insurance. It was
Oh.
insurance.
Is it healthcare?
No, actually,
That's just insurance.
actually, healthcare was the real number 5, not
Okay.
bussy.
Bussy.
Not,
Bussy's actually short for bionicle pussy, right?
Bionicle pussy, yes. Oh, I never knew that.
Use your brain, Naz.
See, this is why
You're
this
the mean
is
dean, baby.
an educational podcast.
We're all learning things here.
This is why this is an educational bionicle pussy. It's when you rub your dick on a bionicle and you blow load on it.
Been there, done that. Which one though? Silver.
Silver.
Number 4 is insurance.
It was.
And
Now it's. What the fuck were we talking about?
the top 5 things Americans spend money on.
Bionicles, pussy,
Bionicles,
pussy.
pussy.
Hey guys, it's Dougie. The
Hey,
producer
Dougie.
again.
What's up, man?
Please don't bang the table because
Oh.
it creates a lot of noise.
Shut
Yes,
the
Professor.
fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut the hell
All
up.
right, I apologize again.
What do we
Put
pay
your
you for?
hat on.
What do we pay you for, dude?
Put your hat on.
Why did I assemble my real estate empire to pay you to bitch at me?
Doug's not even wearing his. You guys can't see. Doug's not even wearing his hat right now.
Doug's not even wearing clothes right now.
He's totally nude and berating.
He's not producing
us.
anything. He's here just to get bussy.
Well, it is one of the top 5 things Americans spend money
I spend money on bussy.
on. Number 3 is food.
Like McDonald's, Happy Meals.
Close. Actually, let's come back to food later. Number 2 is transportation. Number 1 is housing, which we'll also come back to because you're basically
Number 1 is housing.
Yes.
Good.
You're basically number 1 at housing
Thank you.
in Los Angeles, and
Thank
I'd
you.
like to retouch on that.
Thank you.
But my 5th and I think last order of current events is I saw this, that economists are starting to declare this maybe not the worst time to be alive, but the worst time to be very poor in the world, based off of the prevalence of this food in Southeast Asia called pag pag. And pag pag is referring to recycled garbage meat. There are millions of people in Southeast Asia eating this as a source of sustenance.
Meanwhile, hot dogs are like the number 1 food in America. Hot dogs are American pag pag.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not shitting on pag pag. I've eaten some garbage. You ever throw out some meat?
Yep.
And then you're like, holy shit.
You ever
You're drunk as hell the next day and you're like, well, there's no like shit on it. I could probably still eat that shit.
you ever stick a pag pag in a bussy?
That's a question for
Doug
the court.
has.
That's a question
Doug
for
has.
the court.
I see him over there smirking.
That's a question for the court.
Doug loves putting the pag in the pussy.
The pag in the bus.
Hey.
That's like something fucking Tyga would say.
Tyga would say
Put
that.
the pag in the pussy.
I saw that one time at one
In
of...
the wait, did you say pussy?
in the bussy. Put the pag in the bussy, dude. I saw that one time at Freak Off at Diddy's.
He was eating pag. I mean, this guy was a freak. He was eating pag out of the bussy.
Man, that's where I drew the line. I was like, I'm freaked off. I gotta go. I gotta go home. It's 6 a.m. Once the pag comes out, I gotta go home. I gotta go to McDonald's. I gotta get a hash brown and a Happy Meal with a mini Bionicle. Hopefully silver. And then I'm going to sleep after watching
You're like,
3 hours of Fox News.
You know what? This guy is molesting adults. That's already like way beyond.
Somebody's got to do it.
That's fucked up.
Everyone's molesting kids.
This guy's took it a step further. He's molesting adults.
Legally aged adults.
And then you go, okay, now he's eating garbage meat. But I'm just going to leave. I'm going to go get a Bionicle, get a Happy Meal. And then you bite into that Happy Meal and you go,
This tastes like
it's pag. This is what the fuck is happening around here?
Pag.
And then you
Pag.
and then the guy turns around and it's like a 54-year-old biggie who's been forced to work at McDonald's for the last 25 years.
Why do you think they call him Biggie?
Big Mac. I don't know.
I actually made a fortune off of Pag coin. That's a new crypto.
Hey, Doug, give me a tight. Pag coin.
Tighter, Doug.
Pag coin.
Tighter, Doug.
Pag coin. That's our new grift.
Maybe you should get closer to the camera.
We're gonna start this new crypto based off of you're incentivized every time you eat a piece of garbage meat.
What's garbage meat?
Well, it's literally shit that they find in the sewers.
Oh, it's literal garbage meat.
Yeah.
I thought it was like leftover meat.
No. It's well. First of all, I didn't want to bring this up. I was gonna leave it at pag.
You brought it up.
I did bring it up, but I was just gonna because that's what it is. It's meat they find in the garbage. But also, don't they eat like dog heads and shit over there and stuff?
Whoa.
They do.
Dog heads? We eat dog heads in Los Angeles.
They do.
It's called Burger King.
They're eating like cat feet and stuff over there. And then these pag guys are eating the leftovers of that.
Wow.
That's fucking sad as hell.
Yeah.
I want to start a Michelle Obama style like food reform where we help them eat better cat parts. I think it's a good idea. And maybe they get more nutrients. I feel bad for them.
Where can we find Pag?
Well, actually, there's a place on Postmates. What are you guys doing after this?
Pag. Do they have Happy Meals?
They got, it's like a fucking leftover turtle uterus. I mean, shit. That's good. That's surf and turf, baby.
The Native Americans used to make use of the entire animal.
They used to eat every part of the uterus.
They're the original paggers.
They used to eat
paggers.
I thought you were gonna say the F word.
I was going to, but Doug's in the room. I didn't want to offend him.
Here's the thing. We should all get some pag after this. Go over to Doug's house. Do some sodas in the soda stream.
This is my house you're in right now.
Well, bring the soda stream over here. I want to make some sodas, bitch.
Technically, we are in Doug's house right now, and we've been yelling at him this entire time.
That's what you get for being...
Yeah, I didn't agree to be abused on this show.
Yes, you did.
No,
No, this is...
Shut up, Doug.
Outside of here...
Shut up.
Outside of here...
Shut up.
Outside of here, Doug is my boss, but within the confines of these four walls, he's my sidekick. He has to be abused. And he's about to lose his hat. You know what? Fuck this. I'm wearing your hat.
That's not the hat.
Oh, that's a laptop.
That's not the hat. That's a laptop.
I'm wearing the hat now, and I'm flipping it to the left because
That means you
I
means you graduated.
that's why I'm the fucking dean.
He's the mean dean.
Wait, you actually have a clip-on tie, not even a real one.
You didn't notice that?
No.
I can't tie a real tie, bitch.
All right, Pee-wee.
All right, wearing the hat. Got my
Pack
sweet-
pags
sweet
are the
tie.
number 2 thing that people eat. That
Yes,
people buy?
yes. Apparently,
Naz
according
is dressed like either the host of the show or like he just got hired at Chippendales.
That was
Chippendales.
his past life.
Chippendales. Are you calling me fat?
He's calling
Like
you
that Chris
sexy.
Farley sketch? Sack of shit.
He's calling you a sexy dancer.
Son of a
dude.
little bitch.
He wants to see your pussy.
Oh, you're saying I'm agile. You're saying I'm agile. All right, I fuck with that.
He wants to inspect your pussy.
All right, so you're joining up with the 5% of Americans that spend 98% of their income on pussy. That's really, that's offensive. That's assault. Yes. So, anyways, apparently you're not supposed to be eating that stuff, but millions of people around the world are, and I'm a world traveler. I'm well traveled, and I'd like to try it.
Pack or pussy?
Well, actually, in most of those places, they do both. They
Yeah.
do both.
It's true.
You got lady boys, you got pag. You go, let me get some pag, and then you fuck a guy. Oh, wait.
Pag.
You know what I was trying to convey the other day? Is that, and I never really got my point across, is that Jeffrey Dahmer is sick. Not just because he was a necrophiliac, but also because he was cannibal who came in his food. You're coming in your own food. That was the worst part of the crimes. You're
He
gonna
came in his own
You're
food?
gonna eat that shit. Stop busting loads in it.
You can't bust loads in your food. Dude.
I mean, you've lost me. All right. You're having sex with corpses. I get it.
I
You're
get it.
eating humans.
Yeah.
I feel ya. You're gonna fucking bust in them, then eat your own That's now you've crossed the line.
Did he eat the part with the jizz inside of it?
He made it a point.
Oh, I haven't seen the show.
That was a fictional. That was just on a TV show, right? That never really happened.
Got it.
Oh God, that would scare me if that was real. It'd be cool to be in an era where you thought Jeffrey Dahmer was like a fictional, like a boogeyman, and not like a real sick fuck that was just running around freelance. You know what else I think about all the time? You know all those people that are like, fucking, there's the government, man. They're all a bunch of cannibalistic pedophiles. And then they hear about like Jeffrey Dahmer and they're like, oh shit, like this guy's just out here freelancing.
Mm-hmm.
He's just doing it for the love of the game.
He's the dirtiest dog.
He's not even a billionaire. He's just out there living his life. I think that'd be a cool way to live.
Not a bad way to live.
He's just freelancing that shit. Oh, you know what? So we're done with the current events. I think it would not be any better time than now for Doug to do a wide. Can we get wide?
Ooh.
I'm wearing the hat. And I think this is the best time for us to mention right about now that we are obviously drinking Comisario whiskey, tequila. The añejo.
Yep.
That's how fucking drunk
It's
this
so
tequila.
good. It tastes like whiskey.
It's so dark.
That's how drunk this tequila will
It's
get
so
ya.
añejo.
You'll forget what kind of fucking liquor you're drinking. And I'll tell you this much. This is the preferred drink of the Swollen Ballers SBU campus. From freshman orientation to the dean's office, we are constantly getting hammered off of this stuff, and there is no better drink on the planet, preferred drink. And I think we should all top ourselves off once again.
Hey, it's Doug, your producer again.
Hey, Doug, how's it going?
I didn't get any sample of that.
You don't get any tequila, Doug.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. The other day, I said I was gonna steal you a cup so that you could have some this time, and I totally forgot.
Come here, Doug.
No, it's okay. I'm trying to cut back anyway.
I'm not gonna lie.
Open that mouth, Doug. Open that pussy.
No,
Doug.
I'm good. I gotta focus on the show because someone's gotta run it.
I forgot that I said I would get you a cup, and I forgot to steal you one because I refused to buy one.
Is this
Tequila Commissario.
Is this the portion of the show when you take the guests' money to financially invest?
Well, I was about to bring it up, but you kind of blew my load. Yes, I think that obviously, Cid, you're a local real estate tycoon here in the greater LA area.
I own 49 properties across the Los Angeles County.
You're getting free press off of this. I think that he runs the best properties in the greatest.
I honestly do my worst. When you own property in Los Angeles, it's kind of Los Angeles tradition to be the worst landlord you can be. So I like to keep my tenants under a iron fist.
And so you're making a lot of money.
I like to make a lot of money, and I like to provide very little value.
Well, and you know what? You're getting a lot of free advertisement off of this show.
I don't need it.
So maybe you should pay me.
How much do you want?
2 G's.
I'll give you $20.
All right, I fucks with that. Ladies and gentlemen, that's baller rule number 202. Whatever you can get, take it. Fuck it. Whether it's 2 G's or $202. What'd you say? $20. Oh, shit.
20.
We're fucked.
20. You're
All
fucked.
right, no, this podcast is going downhill.
That's why I'm a tycoon and you're not.
Son of a Wait. You're a tycoon?
Yeah, I'm a tycoon. I'm a real estate tycoon.
Oh, I thought you meant the racial slur for people from Thailand.
That's different.
I was about to cut you off. I was about to get the hell out of my studio.
The kind that eat pag?
I thought you were like a pag guy.
No, I mean I'm pag
it's Doug
curious.
again. Just to remind
Doug,
you
what's up?
that it's my studio actually, but just
Okay.
never mind.
Okay. Doug wants to act like it's his studio. It's okay.
Get a load of this guy.
We want to. I took his hat privileges away, and I want him to feel good about this.
Well, he's still got the glasses on. That's nice.
Yeah, and I've never seen you wear those before, so I'm pretty sure you don't need those.
Look at him over there, drinking his
hat's itchy.
Water, eating his pag.
I have lice, and I had that on before.
Thinking about his pussy.
You lost your hat privileges, bitch.
If you have lice in your hair, you better charge them rent. That's what I always say.
Baller rule number 2.
Charge parasites
Charge your
rent.
parasites.
Everybody knows.
That's why you're so successful at real estate.
Thank you. I'll charge anybody.
Are most of your tenants lease?
They're lice.
Lice.
They're lice.
They're louse.
They're
louses.
louses. Louse is the plural,
Yes.
right? Louse.
I rent all of my properties to louse. I am covered in lice.
I said lease because you're a real estate person, and I was like,
Wait.
no, lease. But louse is correct, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I consider people that pay rent human vermin.
Louse. I agree. And that's why
I think we should kill them.
That's why I squeeze them for everything they've got.
I can't remember if I said this last time, but I'm starting a new crypto. It's called Kill Coin.
Ooh.
Where you just kill people and you're incentivized for lowering the population.
Now you're talking.
Therefore increasing my value. Where's my fucking... Oh. Also, you know what I realized last podcast, too? I look like fucking Walken at the end of Deer Hunter. You guys ever seen that shit?
No.
Yo, Doug, you ever seen Deer Hunter? When he fucking kills himself? I look like I'm about to play Russian roulette with a bunch of
you're a
Vietnamese
cross
guys.
between him and Rambo.
Dude, you gotta watch Deer Hunter. I swear to God. I didn't do this on purpose. I just did this because I thought it looked badass. And then I went, oh shit, I look like I'm about to play Russian roulette and eat some pag with these Viet Cong guys. That's from Deer Hunter. You have to have seen that movie.
Every louse in my hair, I charge $5 a month, and the crabs get charged extra because that's VIP location.
Well, technically, if they're biting your penis, that's sexual assault.
Unless you like it.
Then it's sexual.
Winning.
Bump that shit.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
That's
that's
lousy.
If you enjoy
Ooh,
if
I'm
you
a lousy guy.
if you enjoy
I'm covered in lice.
if you enjoy crabs crawling up your
crabs.
dick from your pubes and just biting the head of your penis, that's just BDSM at that point.
Don't kink shame me.
I'm kink agreeing with you.
Hey. Okay.
Not for me though.
Have you ever had scabies, Naz?
Scabies? No.
You should try it out sometime.
Look,
It's like a fun, constant itch across
There's-
your entire body.
there's scabies,
Uh-huh.
rabies,
Uh-huh.
and sounding.
And babies.
There's scabies, rabies, and babies.
That's what-
Guess which one causes you less joyfulness?
Babies.
Yeah, it's probably the babies because of the. And I'm going purely off of financial.
Yeah.
sense.
And if you have a baby, they're going to want to take all the bionicles. The bionicles are for me, baby. You can't have them.
Look. As a 30-something millennial, if a child tries to play with my toys and breaks them, I will literally have a fit and break down and cry, and I might hit him.
If a kid broke my bionicle, I would murder a human child.
Well, here's the thing, too.
But I'm a real estate investor, so I know my assets, and bionicles are assets.
Growing up in the early 2000s, there's two things you learned. One, never grow up and always play with toys at all times. Two, a broken bionicle could be used for sounding. You guys, Doug, are you familiar with sounding?
Sounding, no. I know.
Please explain it to Doug.
Sounding is when you stick a cylindrical object up your penis hole.
That's called siphoning.
No, it's not. Is it? Is that what they called it?
Yes, I'm a doctor.
Yeah, if you try and siphon gas from a gas tank, you can
siphon semen from someone's penis.
You can siphon semen from someone's balls by sticking a fucking straw up their dick hole and sucking it out.
Not to be a long straw.
It's called a cystoscope.
Oh,
Ooh.
God.
Well, he's the professor. He would know.
Doug's the one that taught me all the bad things I know. Everyone beat him up.
Doug?
We have some listeners that are interested to know the best area in Los Angeles to invest in real estate.
Ooh.
All right. What is that? What would that be? I'm here to learn from you because you're the real estate man.
It's a little town called Santa Clarita. Santa Clarita, only 2 hours away from Los Angeles.
The saint of Little Clara.
Mm-hmm. The Saint Little Clara. Mm-hmm.
Now, what's so wonderful about this area?
I've never been there, Naz.
Are you shitting me?
I swear, I've never been there.
I actually went there, and I'll tell you why I like it.
Why do you like it, Naz?
They have like no cops.
Ooh.
You can just straight up do whatever you fucking want.
That is a huge plus. Cops are the biggest party poopers ever.
Here's the thing:
Name one good thing a cop has ever done.
if I was gonna invest in a region in the greater Los Angeles area, I'd invest in Skid Row. I'd get like 6 tents and just start straight up selling fucking crack out of those.
It's a good idea. There's always going to be a market. Tents are cheap. You can get a nice corner set up. All you need is a security guard. You only need like one big guy with like a taser, and you can lock down a corner. None of those people have weapons, or I mean, they might have knives and stuff, but they're not going to use them.
There used to be
It's a small community that's ready to be taken advantage of and conquered.
Well, that's the thing is that as a wise investor, you always have to be ready to take advantage of people.
And especially if there was to be some kind of a lice outbreak, maybe people would move out, and then there'd be a cheaper economy in Skid Row because everybody's scared of the lice.
Well, you sell them.
I know a guy that lives on Skid Row. His name is actually Louse.
Ooh.
They call him Louse the Mouse.
Is he
Louse the Mouse?
Is he from Laos?
He is a member of the Crips.
Is he from Laotia?
Yes, that's the island of lice.
I've heard the legends of Louse the Mouse. I think we should kick his ass.
I consider
Take his corner.
I consider everyone that doesn't make over 700K a louse. And I got to tell you guys, I am loaded off this podcast and also off of this delicious tequila right here. I'd like to point it out once again. It is the preferred drink of the campus of SBU.
Yes, it is.
And if you drink a bunch of alcohol, somehow it's okay. But I definitely look down on those people on Skid Row.
I feel, after drinking some of this tequila, I feel like a bionicle myself.
I'm feeling bionic.
We have some viewers wondering where the campus of SBU is located.
It's in your heart. I said that. It's online. It's an online campus.
Oh,
online.
Someone was wondering if they could actually come and live on campus.
Well, there's a couch over there.
Yeah, there's a couch in the corner, and then
Somebody could live there.
Doug has a lot of room at his house. They could go live there.
If you bring us a bottle of tequila Comisario, you can come live at the studio for free.
That's not true.
That's true. No. It's 100% true. I'm a real estate mogul.
What were we talking about with goddamn the Laotians, the Laos, the damn lice, the people on
Lice came from
Skid Row.
Laos.
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say back like when people were like LA's like shitty and everyone was running away during the pandemic and shit.
Pussies.
They're a bunch of pussies.
Pussies.
There was a lot of tent cities popping up in areas you never saw tent cities pop up before. And I was like, this is cool. Like, this is...
Yeah, rest camping out.
You just
it's a good vibe.
You just be walking by, like, a campsite on, like, Sunset Boulevard, and you just be getting offered, fucking, like, crack hoe pussy. Like,
yeah.
Every 30 feet.
Every 30 feet. Every third tent.
You want to come in here and get some of this? You want some of that? And I was like, no. It smells bad. You're a gross human. But I appreciated the camaraderie amongst the locals.
That's why you get a clothespin. You put it over your nose, and you get in that tent, and you do what needs to be done.
And then
Crack Hoe Pussy sounds like a feature film from an award-winning director.
That could be Scorsese's next movie.
Now, my problem is that these people living in the tents are not paying rent. So how can we get the people living on the streets to pay rent? What you do is you threaten them with extreme violence until they give you money. So you go from tent to tent, and you threaten them with a weapon of sorts, and you get them to pay you, something reasonable every week. You want to collect weekly.
They should at least be paying, like, city taxes, don't you think? Because they're using the streets of the city.
Well, I could be the city tax myself, and I would go in there, and I would say, hey, I would knock on the tent, and I would say, hey, it's time to pay your city tax, or else.
And then...
What are the rules on people that live in tents as far as what they can do in their tents on the street? Is it like ordinary living in an apartment?
Legally, there are no rules.
You actually have more rights if you live in it.
Legally, there are no rules. It actually falls under jungle law, which means that you can do whatever you want, however you want, to whoever you want.
What about sex in a tent? They're allowed to do that?
No, did you? I was serious earlier. Did you not know that? They're straight up. They're prostituting out of those tents. Did you know that?
Absolutely.
No, I did not know that. But if you could give me the street corner, I'd love to.
Doug knew that. Doug knew
you
that.
knew that. You
Doug
knew
knew that.
I'm joking.
He
with
knew.
you guys,
Yeah,
of course.
He knew.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
knew.
He was just kidding. He was just kidding.
He knew.
Dude, my buddy who's like old school homeless was walking by one of those little tent like areas one time, and they had their like shit bucket like just like taking up half the side. So the tent's taking up half the sidewalk, and then their shit bucket is like in the middle of the sidewalk. And he like kicked it into their tent, and he was like, have a little fucking respect, like there's a code. And then they came out and they're like, what the fuck, motherfucker, I'm gonna fuck you up and shit. And I was like, I'm not with this guy. I don't fucking know your beef. I don't know what's going on. But he
I don't know your pag. I want to stay out of it.
No, I was like, I'm just here for the pag. And anyways, I thought it was I went, Jesus Christ. But that's how homeless this guy was, where he's so homeless that he's like, no, these people don't know how to be disrespectful.
He's so homeless. He's like, these other homeless motherfuckers don't know the code.
Yeah.
You guys don't know the code. You call yourselves homeless.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a special class in society.
Like,
and if you don't know the code, then you won't get access to the
put your
backpack.
shit bucket behind your
Or
tent.
the bussy. And honestly, dude, Russia's complaining about their economy. Fuck off. We should go invade more people. We should go invade Ukraine.
Yeah, we switched sides. We're like, you know what? Fuck that. We're taking you out.
We stopped the war between Russia and Ukraine, and now we're going to go into Ukraine, and we're going to finish what they started.
We have about 5 minutes left in the episode.
Cool. I got to go in 1 minute.
This was a wonderful episode. Honestly, I've got to commend you. I wish we had gotten to talk more about the housing situation, but I think we solved a lot of issues with rent rates and the homeless issue. Mm-hmm. And we did figure a lot of stuff out. And while we're at it, I want to say, you want to sign out. This is my dear.
We got more time. I think you said we got another 5 hours. Let's keep going.
I like to wind down around 55.
I like to wind up. I like to wind up at 55.
This was my dear guest for the evening, our real estate mogul, Cid Williams. Let me get some Cid on the camera. That Cid Williams, my dear friend, and this is Naz Janice, the Mean Dean, signing off as always. Make sure to join the frat. Hit the YouTube, like, subscribe, and remember to hit us at the fucking kegger. We'll see you at the party. Peace out.
Cash flows in like the ocean's tide. Diamonds popping, we don't gotta hide. West Coast grind taught us how to flex. Crypto code running up those checks.